Hi, and welcome to Laundry List, a podcast where I talk about whatever I want for as long as it takes for me to do my laundry. This is episode 4. I haven't been naming the episodes, but I am now. This week honestly was like a really boring week, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about because like literally nothing has happened. I only worked for one day this week. I did go to a concert, but I already talked about going to that concert the last episode, so like I didn't know if it counted. Also, I feel like the camera's very zoomed in, but it kind of did that on its own, and I don't know how to get rid of it. So you have a close up of my face for this week. But anyway, like I had such a boring week that I was worried about what I was going to talk about, and also I don't have a lot of laundry, so I don't know how long this episode's going to be anyway. But we'll figure it out. But I do have a lot to talk about for yesterday, except really quick. I took the ACT today. I'm filming this on July 11th, so good luck to everybody who took the ACT. Hope your scores come back how you'd like them to. I hope my score comes back how I want it to. Which a little ACT lore is that I got a 29 the first time that I took the ACT, and that's a pretty good score. Like it was the second highest score in my school for that year. I don't know about ever. Oh, okay, so we moved. But anywho, I got a 29, but that only covered like the first financial aid tier for the college that I'm going to. So then I took it again because like it was like if you get it was like just by GPA. So if your GPA is good, you get the first like merit scholarship. And then the second merit scholarship is if you have a 30 or more. So I had a 29 and I was like, I'll just take it again. So I took it three other times. 2 other times though, I got a 29 again. So I got a 29 3 times. And then I took it last month and I finally got a 31, which you're like, OMG Ella, you went up 2 points after 5 freaking tests. You should be good. And I am good for that tier. But the highest financial aid tier is a 32 or over. And it's like, well, if I got a 31, I should at least try for a 32. So I really, really hope that I get a 32. Like, really, really hope. Like, you have no idea how much I want a freaking 32. But anyway, I took the ACT today. Hopefully I get a 32. But it was like a lot of rich kids from up north. And like I don't live in like the best place, but it's also not as bad as people usually think. Oh, the camera moved again. It's not the best place, but it's not really as dangerous as people think. But I guess all the people up north think that it is dangerous. So like their parents came and dropped them off, which again like isn't the craziest thing, but I think it's because they didn't feel safe. Coming to test, I guess. I don't like this camera keeps moving. How do I make it stop moving? Oh. Okay. We're no longer zoomed in. Anyway. So first off, all these people like their parents came. Not everybody, but like a good chunk. And then like everybody had a Lululemon bag, and it was so crazy because like we don't have a Lululemon by us. So it was just weird, and like you could tell that these kids were rich. And then like the 2 guys sitting in front of me, they had Lululemon shorts. I didn't know Lululemon made Mexican clothing. Like I thought they only made like leggings and jackets. But apparently they make like men's style shorts too. So that's cool. And then lastly, what I'm gonna say is that like these kids, at least 2 of them, they like were just like, yeah, we're gonna opt out of science. Even if they paid for it. Like you're just opting out of $75. That's crazy. Like give the $75 to me so that I didn't have to pay the late fee. Who says I had to pay the late fee? I have a scratch on my wall. which like you can't see, but it's not horrible. But I never noticed it was there. But yeah, that's all I had to say about the ACT. Yeah. Well, now that I pulled my zipper, one of the questions that I had to ask you guys is whether or not you actually like the like ASMR sounds of like the zipper or like the plopping of clothes. I don't know. Let me know if you like it or not. I'm gonna sort this real quick. Okay, we're good. Yesterday I went to Walmart and like, well, I got there and like literally all of the carts were in the parking lot. Like, you know how like usually there's like the cart like thingy holders in the parking lot and they go like this. There was literally like carts coming out this way and this way at the same time. Which like granted, people get busy. So I wasn't like necessarily like mad that there were carts all in the whatever. But I just thought it was like weird. Like, huh. You know? Because usually like somebody's out there getting carts. But then I go in and there's no cart. Like, there's like maybe 40 carts inside. Which, like, I mean, that was enough. I only need one. But they had all the carts inside. And then I go and I'm only picking up like 3 things, I think. And I'm going to the shelves. And like, it's just so busy. And like, there's workers like running around. Like, I think they probably had every worker doing like pickup orders and stuff because it was crazy. But yeah, all the workers were like doing pickup. And then I went to the checkout and all but like 3 self checkouts were closed. And then like only 3 cashier checkouts were closed, or cashier checkouts were open. So like there were just huge lines of people just waiting to check out their stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna be here forever, and I still was there forever. But they did eventually like open more self checkout lines, so I did open a self checkout line. But then I accidentally, because like I got a case of Gatorade, and like it's 6 bottles, but like it's in like the circle plastic thing that birds get stuck on. So I wasn't sure if I was supposed to scan the Gatorade like 8 times because there was 8 in the thing because there wasn't like a barcode for all of it. So I scanned it twice and I was like, maybe I should ask someone. But then like I think the cashier who opened the like self checkout, like he wasn't able to be an associate to fix something, which I don't know if that's actually true, but he called someone else to do it for another lady who next to me who like needed something. But then the lady left even though my light was on and I was like, lady, I need help. So then I'm just standing there holding up a like precious checkout spot because everybody's trying to leave this Walmart. But eventually she got me and eventually I checked out. By the way, you only need to scan one of the Gatorades in a pack. So now you know for next time. Or if your Walmart gets busy. Dystopian. It felt dystopian. Like it felt like the end of the world. And like people are just like trying to buy as much as they can. Because like they know the end is coming or something. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah. I have been doing a lot of adulting tasks, which I don't want to be like hashtag adulting because I do think that's kind of cringe, but also like, what else are you gonna say is mowing the lawn if not adulting? Anyway, I mowed the lawn. I actually don't know what else I did. I know I had other examples. One other thing that I did is I drove to Chicago, like in my car, like all the way, like in the city. But granted, I drove like 2 blocks in the city. But it was my first time driving in the city and nobody died. And we all got to see Beach Bunny and Taste of Chicago, which was so fun. I love Beach Bunny. I don't actually like listen to them that much, but I just love that they're like local-ish. They're from Chicago. I mean, I do love like pop rock, indie rock kind of songs. And yeah, like some of their songs I just absolutely love. And I'm so excited. Like I was so excited to see them. So excited that I got to see them. I love Beach Bunny. But yeah, that was really fun. I also got to try some food because it was Taste of Chicago. I've actually never been to Taste of Chicago, so it was also fun just like getting to experience something new. I got, I don't remember who it was, but I got some fried green uh, tomatoes, and then I got, what else did I get? I got the root beer. I guess that's all I got. Yeah, the root beer and the whatever. But anyway, the tomatoes were really good, and I had a lot of fun. I like have felt like such a partier because last week, was it last week or the week before? I don't know. I like film these videos like basically a week before I post them, so I actually know what happens in between a podcast episode. But anyway, I went to see Sir Chloe, whatever day I went to see Sir Chloe. And this week I saw Beach Bunny, and then next week I see Noah Kahan, which I'm so excited about. This is my second time seeing Noah Kahan. I saw him for the first time in June of 2024 with one of my friends and my sister, my mom, and now we're gonna see him again 2 years later. And yeah, I'm just so excited. I love Noah Kahan. So yeah, I'm excited for that. But granted, like these two, like Sir Chloe and Beach Bunny, were both free, so it's not like I'm spending a bunch of money. Another thing that I've been like worried about recently is like that it takes me too long to read a book. Like I've been reading, but I read for like maybe 30 minutes a day. Sometimes I don't even read every day. So I feel like, well, I took a children's literature class in like last semester, and basically I was reading 200-page books the day before the assignment was due. And I think like that shaped how I think, how fast I think I should read. And now I'm like insecure that it's taking me more than a day to finish a book, even though I'm reading like 3 books at a time, because I'm reading 1 in Spanish and then 2 in English because I'm reading the book that I have on my tablet, and then also the book, like a physical book, before I go to bed. So like I am reading, but I think because I can't like show that I'm reading, it's like messing with my brain. That's kind of all I have to talk about. Which I am, like I just have 2 towels left to fold and then I'm done. I will say that like in my Russian learning, I downloaded Tandem, which is like Omegle, but just for people that want to learn languages. And like obviously it's not safe talking to strangers, and I don't love that I'm talking to strangers, but I do want to learn Russian. So but I've also been watching a lot of Elise de Vega videos, and like actually using my grammar textbook, because before I would only like look at it sometimes, but I do like, I want to be good so bad right now. So I need to learn how to do that. But yeah, and I'm also like, I'm trying to write down all the resources that I'm using and like how I'm using them, like input output grammar type of things, so that if I do end up learning Russian quickly, I can tell people how to learn a language quickly ish. So yeah, but that's all my laundry, and that's all I have to talk about. This episode is pretty short, but we'll see what the next one brings. Thanks for watching.